Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? This is Joseph Collin coming to you with your NXT TAKEOVER War Games review on Sunday, December 6th, 2020. Gotta say, man, great show tonight. A great NXT TAKEOVER. There's one thing you can always count on from the NXT brand is the TAKEOVER shows. The weekly shows have not been that good lately, and it's been very, very different. But the one thing that is not taken away from NXT is the takeovers. This show tonight was a great NXT takeover. Two great War Game matches. I thought all 16 participants competing in the War Game matches absolutely killed themselves tonight. And props to all of them for what they gave us tonight in the War Games matches, which we'll go over with. So, I mean, let's just get into it, man. Try not to make this a long review. Had a long day with me. I had a long day today. So, we'll try to get this under 20 minutes and call it a night. So, the show started off with the women's War Game match with Shotzi Blackheart, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, and Ember Moon versus Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Toni Storm. That's who the other one was. Match started with Dakota and Ember Moon. I'll just go over some of the big spots of the match and then my takeaway on the match. So we had Io Shirai. This was before the match officially started. Io Shirai was coming in. She was going to get she was going to get something. I think she got a ladder. And Raquel Gonzalez kicked her out of the ring. Did not allow Io Shirai to get in the ring. Io Shirai tried to get another ladder. Raquel kicked the door into Io Shirai. Then Io was still on the outside. Candice LeRae came in. She was staring down with Io Shirai. And from behind, Indy Hartwell came out and attacked Io Shirai. Then Candice got in the ring with a bunch of chairs. The referee did not allow the match to start until Io came in. Then, all of a sudden, Io Shirai's on the top rope. This woman has a trash can over her head, and she did a freaking splash onto everybody. Whoever came up with that spot with having Io put the trash can over her head and jumping from the top of the cage, freaking brilliant spot there, man. I actually thought that was a very fun spot by Io Shirai. Then these women absolutely killed themselves in this match. We had Ember Moon hitting the clips on the Dakota Kai onto two steel chairs. Toni Storm hit a strong zero onto Ember Moon onto a trash can, which I actually thought that was it. And then at the end, we got Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez. Io goes for a Hurricane Rana. She goes to a Hurricane Rana onto Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel catches her. She powerbombs Io Shirai through the ladder. And shockingly, I did think Team Candice was going to win. But shockingly, Raquel Gonzalez picks up the victory and she pins Io Shirai. Did not expect that to happen, but I did expect the heels to win this match. I don't know what this means. This probably means from this match that obviously Triple H is very high on Raquel Gonzalez. She has gotten much better since her beginning stages on NXT TV. She has gotten much better. And I'm sure she's going to be next in line for a women's championship match because she pinned the champion tonight. She pinned the NXT Women's Champion. So I expect Raquel to probably get the next shot. She's not going to win. She's definitely not going to win over Io Shirai, but she's going to get the next shot. And then I think at the next takeover, it's going to be Toni Storm. And that's when the championship will be coming off of Io Shirai. Whenever if there's a takeover in January Royal Rumble weekend, or the takeover in February, we'll see. Then we had Tommaso Ciampa versus Timothy Thatcher. I did not care about this match going into it, but the last 10 minutes of this match, 10 to 15 minutes, it was freaking amazing. Amazing between these guys. Timothy Thatcher is a very good wrestler. I'm just going to get this straight off the bat right here. Timothy Thatcher is a very good wrestler, but I just don't care about this guy. And some of it is that this guy has absolutely zero charisma to him. That he's got the same charisma level as Baron Corbin on SmackDown. That's how bad Timothy Thatcher's charisma is in NXT. Great wrestler, though. Great wrestler. Very hard-hitting match like you would expect from these guys. I thought it was a really good match. Really good match. Ciampa hitting a couple knee strikes to Timothy Thatcher. One hit him right on the ear, and you could see his entire right side of the face was just pouring down with blood. And then Ciampa just took over from there, beating down on Timothy Thatcher. Tried to hit the Widow's Bell. Thatcher reversed it into a submission hold. Then Ciampa got the Widow's Bell. Thatcher landed right on his head, which looked painful. And Tommaso Ciampa picked up the victory, which he should have. So this was a really good match. The last 10 minutes was very hard-hitting. And Timothy Thatcher, I think he'd be better fitted for NXT UK. I understand the circumstances right now with COVID-19. He can't get over there because of restrictions. But I don't think Timothy Thatcher fits well in the NXT roster. Beth Phoenix said something on commentary tonight about Thatcher that I was just scratching my head on. And she said, Timothy Thatcher's a breakout star. And in my head, I was like, where do you see Timothy Thatcher as a breakout star? He's going nowhere. He's going nowhere under this brand in NXT. I think if you put him in NXT UK, it would actually be better for him and for his career in the WWE. Because right now, in NXT, WWE sees him as a guy that is just going to be there to put on good matches with wrestlers and put people over. That's what he's there for. He's not there to win championships, be a top guy or anything. Right now, he's there to put others over. And I think if you put him on the NXT UK roster, once the pandemic gets a little bit better and there's a vaccine, I think that'd be much better for him. That's just my opinion. As for Tommaso Ciampa, this was a much needed win for him. He is way above the level of Timothy Thatcher. No disrespect to him, but Ciampa, he's a main event guy on NXT. I think NXT's got a big show coming up January 6th called New Year's Evil. It's going to be on USA. It's a Wednesday night. And I think on that show, you build up Tommaso Ciampa versus Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. Because Finn Balor needs challengers for that championship. I think Ciampa's the perfect guy. And then we got a vignette with Karrion Kross tonight. So possibly he's coming back to NXT. I actually did not expect Karrion Kross to come back when he was injured. I thought he'd be going straight up to the main roster, but it feels like he's going back down to NXT, and he's going to take the championship off of Finn Balor. Something I did not expect. I actually expected Ciampa to be the one to take the championship off of Balor, but it feels like Ciampa is just going to be an interim opponent for Finn Balor and the NXT Championship. That's my opinion. That's how I see things going. It should be interesting going into 2021, though. So, next match. Again, no care in the world for this match. Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Lumis in a strap match. Not really a big fan of the feud at all. All comedy stuff with Cameron Grimes and Dexter Lumis. Again, no disrespect to Cameron Grimes, but I think if you want to push Dexter Lumis as a top guy on NXT, he's got to be much higher than feuds like this. I will admit, the match was good. The problem is I just had no care about it. I had very low expectations for this match. Like, I actually kind of forgot about it. And they talked about it on the pre-show, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this match. We're getting Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Lumis. I guess that's how this feud's been going between these two guys. But this was good for what it was. Not great. A much-needed victory for Dexter Lumis to move on from Cameron Grimes and get into bigger feuds than this one, because I think he can really, if NXT and then Triple H and Michaels, if they are committed to working with Dexter Lumis and pushing him as a breakout star in 2021, I think he could be a North American champion after Johnny Gargano, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So, good match for what it was. Dexter Lumis got the much-needed win here, and he's moving on to bigger and better things than this feud with Cameron Grimes. And then we got the NXT North American Championship triple threat match. Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, Leon Ruff. Leon Ruff, the new the NXT North American Champion, the 3-week NXT North American Champion. This match was great, actually. For how bad the storyline was and booking Leon Ruff as the North American Champion, this match played out very, very nicely. All three guys, to begin the match, in the middle of the match, were brawling out. They were brawling up in the aisleway in the stands. Priest takes Leon Ruff and he gives him a razor's edge through the barricade, and it knocks down the barricade, knocks down the plexiglass, and you got a whole bunch of referees coming out to help out Leon Ruff, and he gets carried to the back. So immediately when this happened, I'm like, Leon Ruff is going to pull a Brock Lesnar 2015 Royal Rumble type match with Gargano and John Cena. This match was nowhere near the level of that match, but that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. So you had Priest and Gargano going back at it for a couple minutes. Then Leon Ruff comes back. I think he would come back later in the match. He comes back like 7 minutes later. He rushes down. He leaps onto Damian Priest, attacks him, attacks Johnny Gargano, hits a crucifix on Johnny Gargano. Gargano kicks out at 2. Damian Priest, I believe, hit him with a choke slam. And then we had the screwy finish. We had all the Ghostface come out and attack Damian Priest. You had 3 of them go after Priest. Priest took out all of them. Then you had the other 3, Ghostface on the side, on the right side of the ring, and they take out. They get taken out by Priest. Then Priest goes to the left side with the other 3 Ghostface, and he dives onto all of them. Then he's on fire. He catches Gargano. He's on the outside. Ruff hits a frog splash, and Priest barely breaks it up at 2. Priest then comes back in the ring. Ruff, what happened after? I believe Ruff was laying down after the kick out. Priest, another chokes, a backbreaker to Gargano. He's going for the final reckoning. He's going to win the North America Championship, but we had another Ghostface attack Damian Priest. This time, it was with a lead pipe. Gargano takes out Damian Priest on the guy with the lead pipe, takes out Damian Priest. Leon Ruff gets reversed by Gargano. Gargano hits a DDT, and Johnny Gargano pins Leon Ruff to become a 3-time NXT North American champion. Leon Ruff's 3-week reign as the North American champion is over. Then after the match, you had the Ghostface who hit Priest with the pipe, celebrate with Gargano, and he revealed himself as Austin Theory. I don't really care. I'm sorry. This goes to show you that you should have never taken the championship off of Johnny Gargano. Or if you were going to go down this route, you should have never taken the championship off of Damian Priest. But realistically, you took the championship off of Johnny Gargano to get a 3-week reign out of Leon Ruff, which it didn't work well. And then you're going to have Austin Theory come back as Johnny Gargano's sidekick, I guess you could say. Kind of like Indy Hartwell with Candice LeRae. I don't know what's going on here at Austin Theory. I mean, he hasn't won a match since he came back to the NXT. Maybe he gets on a winning streak now. I'm not sure what's going to happen with him. But, great match. But if this goes to show you anything, Johnny Gargano should have never lost the North American Championship in the first place. And now it's gonna take a while to make the North American Championship feel like it was used to be in 2018, because you were too busy playing hot potato with the championship between Johnny Gargano and Leon Ruff. Plus, why does Johnny Gargano need the North American Championship for this storyline? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And the Ghostface stuff, it feels so main rosterish to me. I'm not sure about you guys, but it feels so main roster. I don't know why. But let's talk about the main event. The main event of this show. You had Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch. This match was fantastic. This was a fantastic main event match. But I don't think it was better than the women's match. One takeaway from this match, a few takeaways which I'll get to. But for my overall match of the night, yes, this was an excellent match. But I'm going to go with the women's match and say that match was better than the main event. But this was a really good main event for the War Games, with Undisputed Era getting the victory over Pat McAfee. So that means the feud's over, right? The feud's over. Adam Cole beat Pat McAfee twice. He beat him at TakeOver 30, and he beat him here tonight at TakeOver War Games. So the match officially starts. You have a bunch of chairs and tables which has Undisputed Era logos and names of each member of the Undisputed Era, and whole lot of weapons in there. All these men killed themselves in this match. Pat McAfee hit a moonsault to Roderick Strong through a table. Pretty nice moonsault there. Adam Cole pushed Pat McAfee through a table. What was so great about this match? It started with when everybody was down from the Pat McAfee Swanton from the top of the cage, which was beautiful. What made this match so good was the exchange between Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly. They were my two MVPs in this match. This exchange that Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly had was excellent. It kind of reminded me of a New Japan match. A New Japan match, forearms and kicks and elbows, and they're just hitting each other so goddamn hard. And then Dunne hits a forearm. O'Reilly goes to bounce off the ropes. Dunne catches him. He breaks the fingers, and then he hits the bitter end on Kyle O'Reilly. I thought that was it. Kyle kicked out. They made Kyle a real big star in that moment. Him kicking out of the bitter end. And then McAfee pushes Kyle O'Reilly off the top rope. He hits him with a steel chair. Adam Cole comes in the ring. He's getting ready to hit McAfee over the head with a steel chair. McAfee hits a low blow on Adam Cole. McAfee goes up to the top rope, looking to hit his own Panama Sunrise. Adam Cole gives him a super kick from midair. Adam Cole goes for the Panama Sunrise. Connects. McAfee kicked out. McAfee kicked out of the Panama Sunrise. I did not expect that to happen whatsoever. Totally shocking. Then Adam Cole pulls down the knee pad. He goes for last shot. Oney Lorcan pushes McAfee away. He dodges the bullet for him. And he takes the Panama Sunrise. Then Pete Dunne. Then, before that, I believe Bobby Fish speared Danny Burch through a table in between the two rings. Then Pete Dunne hit the bitter end on Adam Cole. He hit the bitter end on Adam Cole and under the chairs. Like, his ribs hit the chairs. Then Roderick Strong breaks it up. He jumps. He stomps on Pete Dunne. Flashbacks to TakeOver New Orleans, WrestleMania 34 weekend. Flashbacks. Then Fish and O'Reilly hit high-low on Oney Lorcan. They put a steel chair over Oney Lorcan's face. O'Reilly connects to Oney Lorcan, and Kyle O'Reilly pins Oney Lorcan, and the Undisputed Era win this War Games match. Fantastic main event. That was a fantastic main event. Undisputed Era win this match. I'm not sure where they go from here, though. It feels like they have absolutely nothing to do. It might be unfortunate for me to say this, but if I had to give an early prediction, I do think Adam Cole debuts in the Royal Rumble. and I think the entire faction of the Undisputed Era debuted on the Raw after Royal Rumble. Actually, I think SmackDown could use them more than Monday Night Raw, so I'm going to say SmackDown after Royal Rumble. But that was TakeOver War Games, guys. Overall, I'm not going to say it was the best TakeOver of the year. That's still going to go to Portland. But I thought this was a damn great show tonight. Excuse me. Oof. A great TakeOver show tonight. And I'm going to wrap it up here on the channel. I want to thank each and every single one of you who tuned in to the review tonight. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you thought of TakeOver War Games tonight. Share the video with your friends. Hit that like button if you like what I had to say in the video. Follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. And hit that subscribe button, man. Trying to get 300 subscribers before 2021. It's going to be a big year for the channel. I'm telling you right now. Just like this month of December. So, share the video. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw review right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Guys, have a good night and stay safe.